So we're going to show you how we did this roasted chicken and potatoes. They turned out wonderful. Enjoy. So what we have here is a chicken that I've had in my refrigerator that I needed to cook. So I seasoned it up with some garlic powder, some complete seasoning, some lemon pepper, garlic pepper, and paprika, and just rub that all over the outside and the inside. It's the same thing as if you were doing your Thanksgiving turkey, the same concept. You're going to clean it out, take out the innards, which is the liver, um, set that aside if you want to cook that. And then I always like to put butter under the skin just to keep the chicken moist. I do this also with my Thanksgiving turkey, the same concept. And I'm cooking this in my cast iron skillet, so I'm going to put a top on there and let it roast in there. So I'm going to cook this on a high temp for 20 minutes at 450. That's just to get it going, get some of the juices out. I don't add any extra liquid. So whatever juices come out, that's what I baste the chicken with, and it's going to turn out awesome. So after about 450 or 20 minutes, I take it out. I'm going to baste it. You're going to see some of the juices come out. It's going to have all that flavor in there, and that's what you want to use. So then I'm going to put it back in at 350 for about another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to add some potatoes. I just do that because I like to get it started, get some of the juices, let it cook a little bit longer before I add the potatoes, because I just want my potatoes to be fork tender. I don't want them to be smushy. I don't want mashed potatoes. I want a tender potato. So here I'm basting it after I've taken it out the first time and just putting some of those juices back over it. And when I take it out the second time, I take off some of those reserve liquids to baste my potatoes with. So I'm going to be using a red potato today, and I'm going to cut those up, season it with just some salt, pepper, and always add salt to your potatoes. It just brings out the flavor. And then I'm just going to layer those in here. This is not a big pot. It's my Dutch oven, but I like it because it really cooks and roasts the food. It cooks a little bit faster, so it won't take as long. Once you add it back in, the potatoes, I put it on 400, and you're just going to cook it until the potatoes are fork tender. You can put a thermometer in the meat, which is what I do, just to make sure the poultry has reached temperature. And then I'm going to serve this up with a side of green beans that I already had. And guys, this really turned out to be a good meal. So here I'm just seasoning my potatoes. I'm putting pepper, salt. I put a little olive oil on it just to get them moist. And now I'm just going to layer it here around the chicken. It doesn't matter if they're on top or the bottom, because with the top, that steam is just gonna cook them from the inside out while it's in the oven. And so they're gonna be wonderful. I like to do a roasted chicken. It's really easy just to chop it up and put some potatoes when it's a one pot meal. And if I had a larger Dutch oven, I would probably just add like some asparagus or green beans or something in there. And then you just have like a one pot meal. It doesn't take that much. So we're going to get these potatoes around here. And I don't know if do you cook a Thanksgiving turkey, because this is the same way you would cook your Thanksgiving turkey. A lot of times with my turkey, I will put like an onion or bell pepper or some kind of flavor inside of the cavity so that it just submits this wonderful aroma. But for my chicken, it's very basic. It's just a weeknight lunch meal. I just had a taste for chicken, and I had this chicken and I knew I needed to cook it because I hate to throw out food. And so that's what we're going to do. This is my reserve liquid that I kept from earlier. I'm just going to put some back on the chicken and also on the potatoes. And you just want to continually baste as this cooks. You can take it out in 10 minutes, and I just like to baste it. And before it's done, you can always take the top off and cook it on a high temp 450 just to get that color. Or I just like to broil it for a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes or so, just to get that color on that chicken. If you like your skin a little bit crispy, that's the time to do it. And then a little more color on the potatoes. But really with this cast iron skillet, it's going to do both. So here we have it. This is what I was going for, that color, that flavor. I put the thermometer in the last time I put it in the oven just to make sure it came to temp. Guys, doesn't this look awesome? It's just a nice roasted chicken. Same thing you buy at the grocery store. I just did it at home. And so I'm just going to slice that up, put it on a plate. Like I said, with some green beans, you can add a roll or cornbread to it for a complete meal. I didn't make any bread today, but typically it would be like cornbread or something like that. And so here's our plate, guys. It came out wonderful. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? The tender is so juicy. The chicken is so tender and juicy. It just slices, and the potatoes are just like I like them, just fork tender. They cut perfectly. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. And when I tasted it, it was like, oh, this is what I've been craving. I think I had 2 or 3 servings of this. My husband had some, my son had some, and then I went back that night and had some more. So I hope you try this. I know roasting chicken is not a big deal, but I just wanted to show you my process. So let me know what you think in the comments. How do you like to cook your roasted chicken or your roasted turkey for Thanksgiving? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be dropping more videos. If you want to see a shorter version of this, if you want to check out my Facebook page, which is just Jocelyn Gilbert, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.